Hey everyone, welcome to the Fan Club YouTube channel. I'm Will.
I'm Lawson.
And I'm Austin.
Join us every Monday for interviews with top athletes, creators, and entertainers from all around the world.
So please make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
And thank you for joining our fan club community. Now please enjoy this episode.
Enter the Bachelor. Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, you want to shut that door behind you?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Bachelor,
What up?
welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
How we doing? You made it out of Canada.
Yeah. It's good to be back here in the USA.
Remember how to turn that mic on?
I do.
Nice.
Got to get these things on, and should be good now, at least.
Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Fan Club. Hope you had an amazing Canada Day and 4th of July. We're back in office this week after a long, somewhat vacation. We're all over the northern parts of Minnesota and Canada, and we even got to celebrate our Fearless Leaders Bachelor Party, which was an absolute blast. We're all back, excited to be back here in studio, and we have the Bachelor. We're going to put him on blast today and ask him all the hard questions. This is all about Lawson's Bachelor Party and leading into the wedding, which is less than a month away.
And
What's up,
it's about
boys?
my wedding, right? You're going to ask me about a little bit of wedding talk, too?
A little bit of wedding talk, a little bit of Bachelor talk, a little bit of holiday talk. We're back.
Yeah, our fans produced some pretty good questions for you. So thanks everyone who contributed to the Insta story. We always appreciate you guys doing that for us. So guess we can get right into it.
Let's get into it a little bit here. Let's talk about our holiday week. I personally spent my 4th of July for the first time not in the United States.
Ooh.
I spent it in Winnipeg at the Friesen household.
Oh my,
yeah.
that sentence got worse as it went on.
It kept going and going. Went golfing on the 4th. It was pretty slow business day, so I got to go golfing and then got to hang out with some of your buddies.
Yeah, it's the 4th of July for the Americans out there. Obviously, is a big day, but back in Canada, it was just a regular Tuesday. So things went on as normal, but still tried to show Will a good time in Winnipeg while he was working, and it was nice having him around.
It's pretty normal Tuesday, eh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They just get to golf and go out for wings and go to a movie. It's a good
Exactly.
Tuesday. I want to live in Winnipeg. That sounds fun.
Did you miss not being in the States on the 4th?
It was different because I would have loved to, just be at the lake for the whole weekend or something like that. But I knew that the lake was coming the following weekend, so I held off this year.
Because I feel like that takes a lot for a guy from the U.S. to miss the 4th. That's probably top holiday in the States for you guys?
I would say
One of them.
Yeah.
Top 2?
I mean, it's the only one that's just for us, so yeah.
That's a big sacrifice then.
Big sacrifice. Didn't get to celebrate our independence this year, but it's all right. Did it the Canadian way.
What were you doing on the 4th?
I was up at my cabin, or family's lake house, so I got a little double bonus between my family's little cabin and then right up to your lake house. So I was like 9 straight days on a lake.
I was gonna ask you too, because me and Will kind of had a funny thing coming across the border into Canada, and I know you hadn't been. You actually asked, "Hey, do I have to bring my passport across?" Like you sent that in the chat. When was the last time you were in Canada? Like, did you not know you needed a passport?
It was like 12 years ago.
Holy cow, that's a long time.
Yeah, I knew I needed to bring a passport, but Cuddy and I were trying to come up with something funny, and that was what we thought would be funny.
Yeah, they did have actual questions. They thought needed a passport to get money out of the ATM or
that was
go
legit.
into certain places, but nope, pretty much similar to the U.S., luckily.
Yeah.
Pretty easy transition.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
And what did they grill you at the border or no?
Not really. Well, Cuddy kind of slipped up a bit because the guy asked like where we're from, and Cuddy said Minneapolis, and then the guy looked at him like kind of paused, and he had like a really smart response back. He's like, they don't have you register your plates in Minnesota then, since you're from Minneapolis, because Cuddy has North Dakota license plates on his truck.
That's the thing about the border. Like, you literally never know who you're going to get. Your entire border experience, from what I've been through, coming into Canada, leaving Canada. It all depends if that person is having a good day or not. And
Yeah.
if they're not, they will make you pay for it. And
Really?
they could ask you 20 questions. I've been asked one question. I've been asked 20 questions, and you literally never know. And it's always nerve-wracking going through.
One time when my second year going to play in Winkler, first year, no problems whatsoever. Yeah, have fun. Come have a good season, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Second time, they went and searched my whole vehicle. It took like an extra hour and a half. They dumped out my iced coffee.
What?
It was just like, and then they just left like my clothes and bags unzipped and everything. I was just, and
Really?
for nothing. It truly was for nothing. And I was like, okay, well, they were having a bad day, or I was just the really unlucky one of the day.
Yeah, you got the unlucky drawing.
Our crossing was probably the luckiest out of all crossings that I've had, because me and Will get to the border crossing, and the guy asked, like, where are you guys going? And going to a bachelor party in Kenora at Lake of the Woods. And then he goes, oh, who's getting married? And then I said, I'm getting married. He said, when's the wedding? I go August 5th. What did he say then, Will?
He's like, no way.
Don't tell me.
He didn't say anything after that. He just said, no way. And then we both kind of looked at each other. All three of us were making weird back and forth. And he goes, that's the same day I'm getting married.
No way.
Oh, wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was expecting him to be like, I'm going to your wedding.
Yeah, he's
then.
invited somehow. But that made the rest of the time, he was easy on us then.
Get the
'cause we-
passports
we
back.
had-
He's like, have fun.
It's the best
Wow.
thing you can do with the border guys. You have something in common with them, and then
And it's
he lets you guys off easy.
dang.
That's
Yeah.
a big day to share. I
Huge.
believe it said Hernandez on his thing, too. I'll never forget
Really?
Officer Hernandez.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to do a cheers to him on my wedding day, like one to Officer
Maybe we'll see him,
Hernandez.
but he'll be at his own wedding that
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing because Dave came like an hour after us, I think the biggest thing they question is just like, why were we using that border? Because it's like pretty isolated. Like, I don't know if you're
Oh,
coming
you
up.
went to the small one.
Well, yeah,
I've
we went to the
never
one.
done it.
We went to the one where Cuddy's like closest to, because we were staying at Cuddy's house the day before. So then we got up and we went, and I think he was like a little skeptical as why we were taking that
Yeah. It's
border
odd.
crossing.
What did you say then? Just that my house was right there?
Yeah, we said that, and he's just like, I don't know. He just like seemed a little
Yeah.
hesitant as to why we were going to visit a buddy that was one of our friends that we haven't seen or like been into Canada in 10 years. So
You know
Pen
how
pal.
you know
Yeah.
how many people that border person probably gets per day?
how many? Like not many.
You would know better, Lost.
Oh, probably 10.
That's it?
Not that much.
So
Like truckers, mostly truckers.
He wants to spend time with you.
Yeah.
That's surprising. Only 10 people.
That's-
One time I went through that one too, the small one,
Yeah.
and he talked to me for 20 minutes about the Flyers season coming up.
Really? He's just trying to kill time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was no one around.
That's
It was me and
crazy.
him. He could have told me to go back to the States, but he just talked about how's the team gonna be, blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
That's the small town borders. The big one's kind of scary.
Yeah. And the last border story with our group that happened just now is Dave actually, there's a stop sign right in front of the border like building that you're supposed to stop at and then proceed forward slowly, and Dave ran the stop sign into the border. And the guy, he said he got out of his like seat and went right into the middle of the
No way.
thing and started waving his arms at Dave to stop him from going, probably knowing that he just ran it, not that he was trying to like speed through it, because you'd never get away with that.
No.
Did he go through the Gretna or Emerson?
Gretna too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
On the way back, he was pretty funny going through the border too.
Oh.
When me and Yelly rode home with Dave, he stopped. He was very slow and cautious.
Yeah.
Did
I
they
was like,
grill you at all, or was it easy?
No, the guy asked like, are you guys bringing anything across, or like do you bring anything
he
back?
asked the standard.
And then Dave was like, we got ketchup chips.
Yeah, he did say that.
We got ketchup chips.
The
That's
guy
it.
looked at him. He's like, "Okay,
Yeah. that's
welcome
funny.
home."
I wonder what Cuddy was like actually going over the border with
We
the
saw
boys.
him. He was like 4 cars ahead of us.
Yeah.
That'd been funny. He wouldn't
Yeah.
have been able to
with his
talk.
squeaker voice. Yeah, Cuddy lost his voice pretty good at the bachelor party.
Yeah, he did.
It's finally recovering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
We've
funny.
been calling him Squeaker.
Yeah.
Full recovery.
Yeah, let's get into a question now that we got.
Yeah,
through
so
that.
Loss, explain a little bit. Where did we go for your bachelor party, and who was all there,
Yeah, we went.
and how did we get there?
Oh yeah. There's so much to talk about. So we went to Lake of the Woods, which is in Kenora, Ontario. My parents have a place there, and I like the spot a lot. I knew like we could golf there, go on the lake. Like the house was a good size to fit all of us in, and I think that was just like the perfect bachelor party for me, at least, to have, and I wouldn't need to go anywhere else. So that's where we headed, and we took the RV there, so kind of had the full experience of what we've done previously as friends, to combine that with like my friend group, these guys, and then all do the whole RV thing. So we took that up to the lake.
Before you keep going, I want to touch on where you met me, J Mart's, Johnny, and Taver, because we picked up Johnny, and I was coming from Winnipeg. We met at the coolest landmark in Canada.
Yeah, we met at the center of Canada. And
Truly.
the actual center of Canada, which Dave thought meant that it was a shopping mall. He said, "Oh, like the center, like a shopping center." Of
Was
Canada.
he shocked when you guys rolled up? And
I think he just laughed. I think he
sitting
just
there in this farm field.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
he saw the big Canada flag and some things, and not a mall, and I think he just started laughing because he was like, "Oh, like actually the center of Canada."
That's so funny.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is it's relatively new. Like obviously the center of Canada was always there, but they never just thought to actually make it like a tourist spot.
Yeah.
So
There were tourists there
yeah,
too.
it's relatively a new like thing to go stop at now.
I went out and took some photos.
Yeah,
I was
there you
the only one that left the RV to go snag a center of Canada.
Maybe next time you're in Canada, Dave, there'll be a nice shopping mall there. You can get
Yeah.
some merch.
I watched one of the windiest storms roll through, sitting at the center of Canada for half hour. It was insane. It was pitch black, and then a rainbow came up across
Really?
it. It's gorgeous.
It was welcoming you to the RV.
Welcome to the center of Canada.
And then down came the RV from the rainbow.
That's where you picked up your lawn chair too, hey?
Yeah, that big lawn chair. Didn't fit in the RV, unfortunately. It was comfy.
There's
that part
nothing
made me
else
laugh.
that could have fit in the RV. This thing was weighed down to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it packed up. Before we actually even got on the RV, though, we got to shoot some guns, and I hit a half-a-mile target.
Dang.
Yelly was a little scared.
I was pretty nervous.
I was actually nervous. The hype before the first gun that we shot made me like feel a lot of tension. 'Cause
Your
it
cousin
was-
hyped it up to after you shot, he said that he was doing that on purpose to
Yeah.
like scare you a bit.
Well, I was thinking my shoulder. He goes, "Anybody have any shoulder injuries in this and stuff like that?" Thinking like
Yeah.
this thing was gonna push my shoulder right back. It wasn't too bad. It was loud though, very loud.
Oh yeah, it was like a shock pulse that you could feel like through. We had earbuds on and stuff too, but you could still feel it kind of like go through your chest almost.
And surprisingly, the best shooter was Frizz.
I had a couple good shots.
He claims
Yeah,
to hit every target.
I did, except for one of the long ones I didn't. But the shotgun skeet shooting, I hit every single clay target, and that was my first time shooting guns like that. So
Really?
found,
Natural.
maybe found a new passion.
Yeah, you should join a clay shooting club.
Yeah, except I think I don't want to drive way out into the bush somewhere to shoot them.
Oh, they have them around.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, you got to drive all the way back to Winkler for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went golfing, had a golf day, had a lake day, and that was kind of the gist of the whole party. A lot happened in the middle, but I would love to answer one of those questions that you got for me.
Yes. So Natasha is asking, who was at your bachelor party that was not part of the hockey guys?
Great start.
Great start.
Amazing.
So we had a friend and a teammate. Everyone here was pretty much hockey related, which was kind of probably a common thing for a lot of hockey players. Like everyone that you meet through hockey is your closest friends that are there with you, for these events like a bachelor party, at your wedding. They're all connected just through sports, which is a really cool thing. So my childhood best friend, his name's Cole Kaler. We grew up playing AAA together, and like from the time we were super small until probably around just before junior, and then he moved away to go play hockey. So he was there. Nico Labasse, he was my teammate in Winkler. Before you were there, right, Will?
I played with them for half a year.
Okay, half a year, yeah. And he lived with me. He was my billet brother too. So he lived at my house, and we're very good friends through that. Then we had Owen Weeb, which was Emma's brother. Then we had Dylan Weeb, which is my sister's husband.
Yeah. Think of that.
A lot of
Oh
weebs.
yeah, yeah. And then we had Justin Cron, which was my girlfriend's sister's husband.
AKA Juice.
His nickname's Juice. Maybe the group favorite.
He was great.
Guys loved him.
And the driver. Don't forget about
Yes, and my dad, the driver.
Mr. Paul.
Paul McDonald was the RV driver, and my cousin JC Friesen, another Austin's long lost brother.
Yeah, there's areas in Manitoba where they have a lot of the same names: Friesens, Weebs, Penners. There's a lot of them around, and not really related. So
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We met probably 5 Friesens that whole time. We had Austin, we had the guy we picked the boat from, Henry Friesen. We had
the Doc Party,
yeah,
Friesen.
yeah,
Colton
and
Friesen.
his family. There's so many Friesens we met.
They're all related.
Yelly had a hard time wrapping that around his
No.
head.
Yeah, I'd say I'd say everyone gelled pretty well. It was
It was good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I had more people invited that couldn't make it out that were from a bit longer, but I think that was like my favorite part looking into it was just getting like these guys plus my friends and family and just everyone getting to meet each other and seeing those relationships or connections. It's a weird thing to enjoy, but even seeing, Taver and Owen talking or like bugging each other, it's like I love to see that. Or you guys laughing with Justin, that was just really enjoyable for my part at least.
Yeah, and it was actually the first time that all 10 original Hockey Guys members were together since
Florida last year.
the Stanley Cup Finals in Tampa.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is crazy.
Just over a year.
It was awesome getting everyone back.
We've
together.
had 8, we've had 9,
Mhm.
but we haven't had all 10 since.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, too, the interesting thing, we talked about this before, is that our group is kind of like maybe a little bit of a chemical equation where you have 4 guys are like one group that hangs out and has an enjoyable time, but you take one away and add a new one in, it's a whole new experience.
That's so true.
It's a very
That's
new
funny.
experience, and that's why I use chemical equations. So even 9 out of 10 guys is one experience, but whoever the 10th one is, whether it's Batesy or Dave or anyone, like that changes the whole entire experience. It's really
It's a chemical
interesting.
compound.
It's like it's like we're iron and then we're boron.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Did not think of it that way,
He's
but I
been thinking
totally
about that.
totally can see and
Smokes,
agree to that. So.
Einstein.
Thank you, Lawson, for bringing us all together again.
You
For your
bet.
bachelor
I don't know
party.
what chemical we were that weekend, but it was a new one.
We were potassium.
You're everything but H2O.
Yeah, we were everything. Methane.
That's all we're going to say about that.
A very explosive one, highly flammable.
The next question is from Misty, and she's wondering kind of when this was all decided, who did a lot of the planning that went into the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, got to hand it to the wedding party group. I think that was maybe a question coming up, but the wedding party group, which was none of the hockey guys, but the guys from back home. So those 4 kind of did the planning for it. I made the Notion document, though, that was proposed to the group of what the plans were, that had the rules and the itinerary and everyone that was coming.
That
so
was one
I
of
had
my
fun making that.
The funniest text replies in that group chat I think it was Batesy saying, you're going to Lawson's bachelor party when there's a Notion template for everyone to follow along.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making that, and I knew it was going to be nice and organized, and that I want to tell everybody everything. I'm just going to send the link in. And then
And it wasn't just a link. It was the golf groups, the golf seeds. You seeded everyone.
I ranked everyone.
1 through
everyone.
16.
Well, I didn't even
We
see
had
that
the
part.
travel
I gotta see what that
itinerary,
was.
the packing list.
Rules.
It was rules. We had some rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, the disappointing part is probably only half of you guys even read it.
Oh, I read it. I thought
Frizz
it was
didn't even
hilarious.
read it.
No,
Yes.
I read it. I just didn't see the golf rankings. I better go back and
You
see
knew
where
you'd
I
be
ranked.
at the bottom. That's why. You were
And
close to the bottom.
The
Oh, no,
wedding
he
party.
ranked JC 16, and JC ended up like tying
One of the
for
better.
first
Yeah, he was
or
one of the better
something.
golfers out there.
He took it personal.
Oh yeah, he was mad about that.
Actually, the whole round, he's like, "That's what Lawson gets."
Is
That's
that what he
Lawson
said?
gets for
Oh, really?
ranking me 16 because he was
Really?
just draining putts.
Really?
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah, they did a good job. We all went out to dinner on Friday night. Yeah, Friday night we all went out to dinner, and we all wore these shirts.
Oh, you
Oh,
wore
nice.
Of course you
yeah,
wore it.
I wore it.
You're
I
smart.
always do a theme for every pod.
You think
but,
too much about that stuff.
That's good.
Lawson's Bachelor Invitational, Kenora,
It's
Ontario.
a great
with,
shirt.
some golf stuff, and yeah, that was fun going out as a group. Like 16 of us all went out to the restaurant and sat right in the middle, and they knew what we were
yeah.
there for sure.
Oh yeah, we were front and center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. Great food at
Oh,
Lake of the Woods Brewing
yeah, it
Company.
hits.
That
That
was
was so
such
good.
good food,
Mhm.
actually.
What did you get?
I got I forget the Traverse.
Yeah.
It was a pulled pork
Traverse.
sandwich.
Oh yeah, that thing is
Oh
good.
my goodness.
You got
I
a
would
Reuben.
get that every week if I could.
Mhm.
Dave got poutine that he ended up pawning off right away. He took like 3 bites of his poutine and then he gave it to the table.
Didn't Dave have like 3 different meals he
He had a
ordered
lot.
though?
He had a lot
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah,
So-
it was great. It was nice. I like those little sit downs too because sometimes you sit by someone that maybe I did end up sitting by Frizz, but I see Frizz every day. So I sat by Justin, your
Yeah.
dad, and Taver,
Mhm.
3 people who I don't see every single day, and it's nice to
Yeah.
just sit and get to hang out with new people. And not saying they're new in my life, but still just being able to talk with
Yeah.
someone else rather than
Yeah.
maybe us 5 sitting by each other the whole time. That's the best part. And the other best part is since we all became pretty close over the weekend, that the wedding's going to be that much more fun.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's always a good thing is you come back to the wedding and then that group that was together at the bachelor party kind of has their little inside jokes again and their
Oh, yeah.
chats and they feel a little closer.
Right. That'll just make your wedding way more fun too. And so for all of us.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be like another little reunion. But yeah, speaking about the entire weekend, Savannah is asking, what was your all-time favorite part?
I know. I've tried to think of this answer. It's really tough. How do you pick a favorite part? I know my favorite day was Saturday because that was when we went on the pontoon and then we had a full lake day and went to the beach and went to a dock party. And to pick a favorite moment in that, it's so hard to tell because the whole thing was just fun. Anytime, maybe any moment on the pontoon as we were like driving around.
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
that was mine.
Pontoon
Any
ride.
moment
Pontoon
on the
was great.
pontoon,
The
we
weather
were,
was
like,
awesome.
having fun, waving to people as they drove by us.
You jumped off a cliff too.
Yeah, that was good too. Cliff jumping was fun. Being at the beach too was pretty fun when we docked the boat up
Yeah.
and did that.
We
You
sanded
can't
the boat.
you can't pick out one favorite spot. I think it's too hard.
Yeah. I think a low key part that was one of my favorites was after like the long days on I guess we did all 3 days, but specifically Friday and Saturday just coming back after the full day of golf and then the full day of boating and just sitting around the fire and kind of laughing about the whole day and continuing
Yeah.
things to go on.
Mhm.
That's some of my favorite like
Mhm.
however many hours
Yeah, the
before we
late,
fall asleep.
late night fire talks are also always
It's
awesome.
the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, we stayed up the first night till like 3 a.m. just all chatting down by the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Dock talks are the best. Fire
Yeah.
talks are the best.
exact. I think another low key. This one's like super low key, but when you think back how awesome it actually was, after Saturday, after being out on the lake all day, very minimal food, we come back to Lawson's place, and his dad has been in the kitchen. We come back to mozzarella sticks, fries,
Burgers.
the burgers, hash browns, and wow,
It was everything.
warm food after a long day like that. It absolutely slapped.
Yeah.
Some sunrise burgers with an egg on top. Do you remember? Well, that was Saturday, right?
You guys
You
did
remember
that?
Wait, no, yeah, he had some with eggs on them.
What?
I didn't see
I
that.
Oh,
missed
you didn't
that.
see that? Yeah,
I didn't see
I thought
it.
that was funny.
Maybe I ate
Like,
one. I
some
don't know.
hefty eggs.
I think Dave had one of those actually because his burger was massive.
I'm not an egg burger fan, so I'm glad I didn't get that.
I'm not either.
But those mozzarella sticks,
Yeah. You don't get those often.
when I
Outside
saw
of a
them mixed
restaurant.
in the fry bucket, ooh,
You start picking those out.
that's a treat for a long day in the sun.
Yeah, I think another question, kind of more about the weekend, was who is the responsible dad for the weekend? I would probably have to say Owen. Owen did a good job. He was making guys breakfast and kind of helping.
I was gonna say the weebs,
Yeah.
Dylan and Owen.
Yeah, Dylan and Owen for sure. Yeah, Dylan drove us around on the boat.
Yeah.
Long day. Kind of being the responsible one on the boat, and then Owen made us breakfast and helped like clean up and coordinate. He coordinated all the food. He got all the food for the boys and all
Your
that
whole wedding
stuff.
party did a great job with
Yeah.
all the meals and everything. But I would definitely say if there's a dad, it'd probably be Owen.
Wow. Yeah, I would.
Dylan is
I was
a
gonna
dad
say
too,
Dylan
so
or Owen, but yeah, I would say Owen too.
Owen did
Owen,
good.
3 for 3.
3
Yelly.
for 3? I think Dylan. Dylan drove the boat. That's a hard task to do when you got 15 guys.
Driving the boat ups your dad ranking hard.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, he was cooking the food. And, yeah, he was just like the eyes in the sky, making sure everyone was abiding by the rules.
He was the eyes in the sky.
He did good. There was not one injury.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. No injuries, no
Nothing.
close calls on anything
I had a
bad.
close call.
What'd you do?
You guys have a video of it.
Oh, what a segue.
Yeah,
He wanted that one. He was baiting the hook for that
Me
one.
That
and
one's going
Cuddy,
on.
Saturday morning wanted to go on a little jet ski ride, which was awesome. We buzzed around for a little bit, but to get onto to dock the jet ski, it's on like a platform, so we had to like drive it onto the platform. But Cuddy didn't quite drive it far enough, so we had to push the rest. And believe it or not, the dock was slippery, and that I ended up eating it pretty hard, and then I don't even look up. I just hear a bunch of people yelling and cheering, and I
Yeah.
just know that they all saw
You were like
me
a
wipe
turtle
out.
on your back.
Yeah,
You were still trying to push it up on your back. You
yeah, I
gotta
was
hold
still
it on.
sliding around.
The best part was we had everybody else was on the deck that was watching you, that was laughing and chirping you, and from the top after that happened, and I
Oh,
got
yeah.
it on video.
I think it just makes sense, honestly, for that to happen.
Did you know that he was going to fall? Is that why you had it
No.
on record?
I had it on record because we were chirping them how many tries it
Oh,
would take
yeah.
for them to ramp up the jet ski onto the platform, and they couldn't figure it out, and they would go up and then it would go down, and
Yeah.
they go up and then down.
Took more than you thought.
Yeah, exactly. But for the most part, I guess the only other damage that was done was Cuddy's voice.
Mm-hmm. His voice
Yeah.
box got
Yeah.
strained.
No damage. Not even too bad of a sunburn for anyone.
No.
No,
I had my sunburn because we all had on. Is there an outfit question, or can I just talk about the
Just go
outfits
for
now?
yeah, go ahead.
So Friday, and I had this in the notion, was that I wanted the guys to dress well so I could pick a best dressed. And for me, at least, I had to wear a dress, and the other guys dressed in all unique things, from Will's Alabama polo to you had the Blackhawks jersey on. So everyone had these really interesting outfits on. The funniest part was that my cousin, he's older, in his 30s, didn't know what it meant to dress like a younger 26-year-old guy for a golf match. So he had no outfit in his wardrobe or any clothes. So what he did was he just he just put in his phone and tried to come up with, like, what would a 26-year-old guy dress like?
On TikTok.
He
On
said
maybe
a
on
TikToker.
TikTok.
He said TikToker.
What would a 26-year-old TikToker wear? So that was that's what he plugged in. And he came up with the exact outfit that Frizz was wearing, up into the shades. Shades,
Everything.
flower polo.
He had this really cool, like, old school hat that he said he found at his grandpa's cabin.
His
Yeah.
outfit rocked.
It was
Yeah.
the
He had
best.
a great outfit.
Yeah, he killed it.
And it was funny that he had a whole backstory as to why he wore that specific outfit.
It was so good.
That's hilarious. What a natural.
Yeah.
So he got best dressed.
I think
He
you
was
should
a
start a
winner.
page.
But back to the sunburn was I got sunburn lines on my shoulders from my dress straps, which and my nose was really burnt.
Yeah. You're Rudolph the Red Nose for a
Yeah, we
while.
always knew where you were on the course because you look around and you see a Guy with the
pink-
ball cap, beard, and a dress.
red ball cap, pink dress, red skin. Just the worst matching thing you could ever
Yeah, you were bright.
come up with.
You're
Odd
like the red
combo.
ball on the fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
Can't
Lawson?
miss it.
Oh, there he is. The guy teeing off in a dress.
I had pink golf balls too.
Oh,
You did?
I didn't know that.
Definitely lost them all really fast.
First 3 holes,
Probably.
gone.
Yeah, that was a fun course for sure. A lot of good scenery and
I loved that course.
kind of spread out a little bit too.
Yeah,
There was
getting-
some hard holes though.
Oh yeah,
The blind ones.
Frizz was mad because his team ended up losing, and he was mad because everyone else is ticking so long.
Yeah, like my group and Will was there too.
Your group. Who was your? It was you, Johnny, and then
Tavern
Tavern and
Marty.
Marty.
We
They were
led
the
it.
first group, and then me, Batesy, Paul, and JC were the second group. And we finished in like 4:20.
Yeah, 4-ish hours, kind of standard for 18 holes. Not the quickest, but not too bad. And then the next group to roll in an hour later. We literally sat around the last hole for an hour waiting, and we're like, where are these guys? Then eventually we had to spot that dress coming down the hill on 17. We're finally like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was kind of funny too that we had at the end, you literally had like 15 guys all around the hole
Yeah.
yelling at you guys like a real golf
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. No, it was good.
You guys won.
I saw a few shots go over the green and into the lake, but that's okay.
Yeah, I
It was
would
fun
say
cheering him
my partner, with probably how little I helped him on the course, the fact that we shot pretty well still. He was good that day, and which is kind of why I paired myself with him, is because I knew he was pretty good, but he lived up to it.
Yeah, you had the power. You're the commissioner, so you got to pick the best
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a great course. Beauty Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beauty
That was
Bay.
the course name, Beauty Bay.
Mm-hmm.
If you can ever golf Beauty Bay, you'd have a fun time.
Yeah,
it
it
out.
was another funny thing that just kind of going through the DMs was there was multiple staff members that weren't working that day that were all fans of us, and they were like messaging us saying how, the people working don't know who you guys are. We wish we were working that day. Like, what are the odds of that? And it's just funny how you just never know. In small town Kenora, Ontario, that we had some fans. So that was kind of a pretty
I was
cool
surprised
moment.
about that because like even at that the brewery we stopped at, there was a few people that said hi and took a photo. Like I was
Mhm.
not expecting there to be any sort of like hockey guys like
Who was
connection
at
there.
Tim Hortons with me on Sunday
Yeah,
before we left?
me, you, and Jordo maybe.
With the big wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Hey, hockey guys. And
We
we had
going
our,
to get a coffee.
Yeah, it was
Oh, hey.
funny, unexpected, but pretty cool that all the way up there,
Yeah.
ways away.
How was your Tim Hortons?
Oh, good.
I didn't get anything.
Oh,
It was
yeah, I
good.
took Dave to get his first ice cap, Tim Hortons ice cap. He liked it a lot.
Really,
Yeah, one of their famous items.
really.
Oh, is it?
That and
didn't
the
know
farmer's
that.
wrap because I always talk about the farmer's wrap.
Yeah, farmer's wrap. That was
I actually got myself a chicken bacon ranch wrap on the way to your place from
okay.
Winkler.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was later afternoon, so I didn't really want breakfast food,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was good.
Huh.
Got it all over Lawson's truck, spilling ranch everywhere.
Looked pretty clean when I got it, so didn't see it, I guess.
The only bad thing I did with that truck was get a parking ticket.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You got a parking ticket?
Did you figure that out yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy who told me to park there said, "I'm so confident you won't get a ticket that I'll pay it if you get one."
So he paid it then?
That's
That's
hilarious.
funny.
That is funny.
Wow, what are the odds that he was so confident that he got a parking ticket? Was he in disbelief then when you came back in with a ticket
Yes.
in your hand?
It was the next day. This is the next day I brought it in. I was like, well, here you go.
Wow, that's funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, all in all, I think it was one of my top weekends probably ever for sure. That was just so much fun.
Yeah, that would be
Every
the best
single moment.
Probably best weekend of the summer.
Oh, well, that's good. That's
Hopefully
all
the-
I wanted out of it, was that you guys would have, that would be the best experience of your guys' lives.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us.
It was the greatest.
I think the wedding will be more
Yeah,
fun.
I think the wedding might be
Wedding will be fun.
in
comparable.
a different way fun.
Yeah. It'll be
Yeah.
good.
You just
So-
can't beat a weekend of lake and golf.
Yeah.
Good
That's
weather.
all I ask for. If I
Good
could do a
friends.
lake day and a golf day every weekend, I'd probably be 1,000 pounds, but it'd be sure would be fun.
You wouldn't stop smiling though.
Yeah, so now like we said before, it's getting ready for the wedding. Looking forward to some stuff. Maybe a little backstory here. We are wondering, which I don't think I even know this story, but Shelly is wondering, how did you and Emma meet?
It's gonna
You don't
go
know?
way back
I don't
for
think
this one.
I know it was a long time ago, but I don't think I
Way
actually know the official story.
I think it's kind of a long story.
Well, we're on a podcast, so
As
we
they
got some
go in
time.
Canada, everything dates way back.
Yeah. We knew each other. Cam and my dad were friends when my dad played for the Winkler Flyers. So that long ago.
Wow.
So that's when the connection originally met. So as they were friends, and then as my dad got married and stuff, they still became friends. So we used to have New Year's parties at my house and in a couple of friends' houses when I was 3, 4, 5 years old. And obviously Emma was there then. That was kind of when we knew of each other. Then I knew of Adam and Owen. So really young. Didn't start dating then, but
I would hope
Yeah,
not.
near I.
That's good.
that's where it started. That's good. That's where it started, of like the kind of whole connection of being family friends began. And then fast forward, don't even know how many more years later, but when I played for Winkler, then I changed schools and went to MPC in Winkler for Flyers. So at the high school, that was the high school that she went to, and we were friends still a little bit before that. But I think just being there and then going to school together in grade 11 was really when we met and started dating. So we had been dating for 10 years.
Wow. High school
From
sweethearts.
16 to 26 years old.
Holy.
That's crazy,
Can you
dude.
believe that?
No,
Wow.
I do, but that's crazy. Doesn't happen often.
Doesn't know.
Not anymore, at least. That's like
It's rare.
old time stuff.
That's what happens when two Winkler power families meet up.
Dude, I think I remember this story. I don't know if it was you explaining it or maybe it was Emma, but she was telling, or you were telling, that like at one of these parties that you were kind of referring to, you were down in the basement video gaming.
Yeah.
And she said like, or you said that like you just be down there gaming and she'd just be like walking by. And it would just be like funniest, like looking back then to where you guys are now. It was like, yeah, you're just in the basement video gaming.
She
Not
didn't
even
think
like really, yeah, not even thinking anything of it.
She didn't think I was cool. Thought I was like a little weird kid that just like plays video games, didn't talk to anyone.
I guess so.
Just
but
glued to the screen.
Not much has changed.
nope, just a different game
Just
playing.
computer.
Yeah.
Now he's playing.
TikTok
Editing.
trends.
Now he's playing Adobe.
mhm.
Puppet Master.
Great story though, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Doesn't happen often.
Mm.
And so Brittany is wondering, are you doing anything non-traditional that you're excited for?
I did see this question. I don't even know how to answer that because I don't know what non-traditional even is. Like,
think
what
I'm
traditional
is
curious to see
what is
how,
non-traditional?
I don't know if it's gonna be any different than any of the American weddings I've been to, but I feel like there might be a few things.
Yeah.
I can't say it until after the wedding.
Well, it's on your property. That's kinda
Yeah, that's what I was
non-traditional.
saying.
Sure,
like
sure.
not
Not in
outside.
not in a church, but it's everything's on my yard. I know like we're doing vows but not in public, like privately. I would say some of the like dances and some things we do are going to be more on the fun side than or maybe a little more creative than traditional weddings.
You do a flash
like the
mob.
Grand March.
I don't even know what that is.
I think that's just when like the wedding parties come in and they do a little dance. When they
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like something more creative
Those
like
are
that.
fun.
I think that's that's
Yeah.
called.
I think another thing that might not be as traditional is that the ceremony part will be very short too.
Mhm.
Like it won't be a 30-minute thing. It'll be probably under 10 minutes.
Wow.
So it's going to be very quick.
In out.
Yeah.
You can do a flash mob or
You
Harlem
can do
Shake.
one.
You're gonna do a Harlem
You
Shake.
should do it
Yeah.
for us.
We're planning
Plan
a
it
flash
all.
mob.
That'd be
Yeah.
really funny, actually.
That would be good. It's way
All-
more.
The Bachelor Party does a flash mob, like choreographed in sync.
That would be good.
Juice is leading it.
Boom. Boom,
Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. There it is.
Exactly.
We already been practicing.
Boom.
Maybe, yeah, I think the theme is more definitely European themed.
That does
Black
tie
and white,
into
yeah.
Alexis wondering what your wedding colors are.
Black and white.
Black and white. No
Are all
tropical
photos
golf shirts for me.
Are all photos going to be in black and white?
That'd be cool.
That would be
I'll
cool.
have the film camera. No, the film camera's color.
I guess that kind
We
of
can
ties
put a
into
black and white
this.
film over it.
Speaking of film and cameras and stuff like that, Heather is wondering, do you have any ideas or roles for the guys? to be,
Definitely do.
Doing some stuff.
Definitely do. Me and Emma were talking about it a little bit. So we're not hiring a videographer to do the wedding because we spent our budget in other places, but we have a photographer, and videographer for her wasn't as important. And actually, surprisingly to me too, I didn't care too much because I don't love typical wedding videos anyway. They're fine for a memory, but I think we can create that memory a little bit easier. And my plan actually is that I'm going to pick a handful of people just to, go the old horizontal iPhone mode to make this wedding recap video almost like a candid memory vlog of like the little moments that happen, you guys going horizontal as I cut from different angles, from maybe like even at your faces if you're crying, I don't know, like
First kiss.
stuff like that is more fun, like on the dance floor with the phones or cheersing drinks together or taking a photo on the photo wall, something like that. And I think if we get a lot of different angles around that, then I'll be able to edit that into a pretty good memory that I think will get every memory that we would need of the day.
Yeah. You're
that.
gonna send the drive out to everyone then?
It's a good job.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So,
pretty cool to
I
see
don't-
what we get.
I don't want any of
Yeah.
you guys to feel like you're working like at all, but it should feel like you're making a YouTube video in a way.
The Cuddy cam, hey?
Yeah. Like
Cut.
maybe Cuddy can do a Cuddy cocktail.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
Frizz can do a sauce with
The party's
Austin with the
doomed.
chefs.
Yeah. I also was going to say, though, the funny thing is that Taylor Swift, which a lot of you guys know,
She's coming?
just came out with a song that's called something with Emma.
Falling in love, I think. Fell in love.
When Emma Fell in Love, I think it might be called. So it's a song that's really like perfect for a voiceover video by us because it's one Taylor Swift. Also, it applies to the wedding. Like
Have you been in the studio with
10
Taylor
out of
Swift?
10. So she got my DM. I DM'd her last year.
Nice.
You make a video. My girlfriend's name's Emma. We're getting married. I want this done by the wedding, and she did it. And
Early,
that's
too. Good for
gonna be
Taylor.
the big little lip sync we're gonna do throughout the day there. That I'm gonna have to give that one to Cuddy's hands. It'll be the biggest project of his life, but I think it'll be really cool
Yeah.
that you guys are kind of in it, and it's about her, and I'll be in it, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, she probably offered you, Lawson, I could write you a song or I can get you tickets to our Minneapolis show. So I guess we found out which one he picked.
Yeah, that's why we didn't go.
Yeah,
That's fair. August 5th will be cooler.
exactly.
Can't believe she made a song for you, man.
That's awesome. That's going to be really cool to
T
see
Swift,
that.
man. T Swift's
It's gonna be playing on the dance floor for sure. It won't be like the wedding song or anything like that. We already had those picked, but it's a good fast paced, kind of like built out song.
Boom, boom, boom,
When
boom,
we're
boom,
gonna
boom.
be on the, maybe I'll even do karaoke to it. I think that's what I'll do.
You're
too.
gonna be the main
Is there
singer.
karaoke?
I'll make sure there is.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
you are in charge.
There'll be a mic and there'll be a DJ. That's all you need.
True. What was that one song that you're like, we heard it somewhere and you're like, got to add that one to the like dance list. I think it was like Cupid Shuffle. And I don't think one of those type of songs. You're like, yep, that's one that's gonna be playing. We'll have that one going.
Great wedding
I
song.
do not remember.
Will we be Boot, Scoot, and Boogie?
Yeah, there should be
I gotta
Heck
learn
yeah.
it.
How many people are going again?
140-ish at the ceremony, or
Dang.
sorry, the reception.
Not
Nice.
bad.
About
not bad.
70 at the ceremony. It'll be like cut in half, and then yeah.
Is there any questions about the food in there?
Yeah, we have a couple. We have two more questions.
Spence's Pizza.
Do you have a wedding cake flavor picked?
Just picked it today because I saw the question. Then I
Oh.
asked. I was like, "Do we have a wedding cake flavor?" And then we weren't actually sure yet. So it's going to be I think half of it will be like there's going to be 2 layers, maybe even 3. One layer will, I think, be banana coconut cream or something like that. And
Count
then
me in.
my layer will be a chocolate peanut butter layer.
That's your layer.
Nice. Boys
Chocolate
are going to be
peanut
after
butter.
that
Yeah.
cake.
Whatever he's having.
So you're telling me that a fan comment kicked you into gear to get the cake flavor
Well,
going?
I wanted to make sure that I knew the answer to that.
That is awesome. Thank you for whoever asked that question. Got
Mhm.
lost in the pick his flavor today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What about the main course?
Chicken, mashed potatoes,
Classic.
salad. Might be another little thing in there.
Bread,
A roll.
There'll be bread.
some bread,
Awesome.
butter,
Should be butter.
no potatoes.
Be a nice bottle of wine there on the table for you.
Tell them about your drink that your
Yeah.
special drink.
Bottle of wine per person.
Per table.
Oh, sweet.
Maybe a couple per table. Who knows? Yeah, that was funny that we're doing like the bride and groom's cocktail for cocktail hour. And the guys kind of trying to think of a creative name for it. Mine's going to be rum and coke. And when I was thinking of the name of what to call it, I'm calling it whatever he's having. And the reason I'm calling it that is because every time I order at a restaurant, I always never order or look at the menu. I'll just wait until someone says something that I want, and I'll just tell the waitress I'll just get like whatever he's having.
Whatever he's having, with a mega side of guac.
Guac. I never picked up on it. Will was the first one that was just like, he always does this. And then I noticed you do always
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to pulling up to the cocktail and just say, "What do you get?" And then I'm gonna look at you, whatever he's having.
It's just gonna go back and
And
forth.
then what are you gonna get?
That poor bartender
And
is
then you're
gonna
gonna go
give the
whatever
same
he's
answer.
having.
Who's on third?
Then
I'll get what he's having.
Do you know the late night bite thing yet? It's a surprise.
it's gonna be no, I don't think it should be a surprise. It's gonna be pizza, and then it's gonna be potatoes from our French fries from our potatoes.
Sounds like the boys are in for a nice night.
Fresh from the field potatoes,
We
deep
have to
fried.
we have to go pick
Wow.
them ourselves.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny. Get a shovel and go out there and start digging for him.
Potato hunt.
What else is they're gonna cheesecake? I think.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
For
I'm getting
well.
hungry
Oh,
already.
yeah.
No, it's gonna be an awesome night. There is one thing, obviously, you're gonna have some butterflies. The last question is there anything specific that you're nervous for?
Ooh, I like this question a lot.
I mean, I'm nervous for the ceremony part for sure.
Like being up there
like
in front of
tripping
everyone.
or talking or
No, because the talking stuff is going to be really simple. I think I'm just going to be nervous because I'm not nervous of messing anything up. Doesn't really matter if I mess. Like, there's nothing to mess up.
you
It's
just gotta
just,
say the 2 words.
Thank you.
I do.
yeah.
I
Thank you.
do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sounds good.
No, I don't know. I think it's just going to be, it's maybe the biggest moment in your life. So you hit that spot and then, I don't know, realizing it in that moment that this is happening. And then I'm for sure going to cry, like 100% guaranteed certain that I'll be crying up there.
Who's on tissue duty?
Yeah,
Juices.
We'll be catching it on camera.
You're going to get the wobble legs up there.
And yeah.
Right after the I do's. That's when
You're going to be
the
jumping
flash
down the hall.
mob's starting.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I can't wait for
It's going to be fun.
our dearest friend Lawson to walk down that aisle. We're all going to be throwing rose petals at you.
Yeah, 20 plus days away.
That's crazy. It's flown by this year, hey?
Mhm. That is wild. It has flown by
Quick turnaround.
very, very fast.
Pretty quick turnaround.
How long
right?
ago did
Yeah. I mean,
6
it was
months.
Yeah, a lot quicker than most.
Yeah.
I would say.
How
That's
long
great.
from when did you guys like officially start planning? Was it like it's not been under a year? 6 months you said?
Yeah,
Well,
in December.
Didn't you ask in December?
Yeah,
So it's
end
like
of December. I
got
would
this-
say when the planning officially started.
all done in 6 months. It's impressive.
Yeah.
You have the honeymoon all done too, or
Yeah, for the most part, there's some little things there,
where are
but
you headed?
Europe. Did you not know that?
Whoa, no, I
You
did
didn't
not
know
know that. No.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while. You must have had headphones in.
Yeah, where are you going on a little
He didn't
tour?
want you to sneak into his luggage.
What's that?
You going on a little tour around
Yeah.
some countries?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we come with you
When?
and do an Amazing Race.
September.
video.
Amazing race video.
Yeah, we'll come.
You don't tell us where you're going. We just gotta track you down.
The goal is just to find you.
That'd
We
be so
post
hard to
3
do.
Insta stories a day, and we have
Yeah.
to track you.
Of my food. That's it.
Yeah,
Can't be
yeah,
anything
it has
else.
to be the theme of where you are.
Yeah,
Mm.
that'd be kind of funny.
That'd be fun.
So where are you going?
I don't. Am I supposed to say this even? I don't know.
You don't have to. You
Like
can do whatever you want.
going to.
You don't have to tell
I'll
anyone.
tell you one. There's gonna be a lot of spots, but
You can just say it.
one spot
Countries.
will be, the south of France.
Oh,
Oui, oui.
What do they call that part of the world?
South of France.
Europe.
That is this Europe.
Mhm.
Canes.
No.
I don't know what South France is, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Greece.
No.
Italy.
How long?
See you there.
Antarctica.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wow, that'll be fun.
How long after your wedding
All
are
right,
you heading
boys.
there?
Got 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2-week vacation.
Are you going right after the wedding? Like a few
No,
days
in
after?
September.
Oh. Wow. Okay, we'll see you back on Monday at work then.
Yeah.
I hope not. But maybe you are. I don't know.
Well, actually, what's gonna happen is I'll meet you guys in Toronto. I'll come back before Toronto, which is on the 11th. So, be from the 5th to like the 10th or something, close to that.
Toronto's the 14th.
That's the day. We might leave on the, I guess, the 12th or the 13th.
We'll
Yeah,
figure
we'll
that out
figure it
later.
out. To be
Let's get
determined.
through August 5th.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Mhm.
Well,
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I was gonna mention.
We don't need to worry about anything after that right now.
All I ask of you guys is that you bring the fun.
oh, you don't need to even ask that.
Don't even
The fun has
worry.
already been brought. It's parked in your lawn already.
We got our bright pink suits.
Frizz
That'd
has
be
his
funny.
shorts
Chris
on.
has shorts and flip flops. Yeah. Hopefully it's
We're gonna. Dude, my phone has been doing that a lot lately for some reason. Something's up with it.
just talking to you.
Siri kicks on randomly.
Siri wants an invite.
Yeah, I guess so. She's
Anything
been
else?
recording.
About bachelor weekend, wedding weekend. Do we have any questions?
No,
I don't know. I
think we
thought
covered
I thought
everything.
the fans did a nice job of asking a good variety of questions. So again, we appreciate that. We always enjoy kind of hearing your guys' thoughts and what you guys want to know. Helps us kind of lead and guide the conversation pretty easily. So thanks again.
Yeah, great questions. You guys are good. Thank you. Pointing to the camera.
We'll have to do this all again
It was
after the
fun.
wedding.
Yeah,
Big life moment for THG as
gonna
one
be
of
a-
our own
heartthrob.
is going into wedlock. And we'll
I
see you
think-
August 5th.
One thing that I think is funny to mention is just the ranking of how we've discussed now as a group that we've got a bachelor party lined up for the next 10 years, every year for the next 10 years, because everyone's going to slot in a year after. No one's allowed to get married in the same year because that would just be too much for us. So everybody has to slot in from year 1 this year to year 10. And Dave already said he's locked in either he called 8, 9, or 10 already. Dave did. So we have this big like list of who's going to really slot in to these next 10 years.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
another one for next summer.
I'll battle them out for 9 or 10. That's what I'm going for.
You, Johnny, and Dave are shooting for when we're what year? I'll be 36 years
Yeah,
old.
he'll be 30.
Yeah, and you guys are worn out.
Dang it, Fridge's
Oh.
bachelor party. I'm 35.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Back to Kenora.
We had 10 more years of this annual podcast debriefing.
Hey, if JC and Paul could do it, we can do it.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially Juice.
Juice.
Oh, no, JC.
JC
I don't know
was
why
talking about.
Yeah, I always get the J's confused.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's okay.
thank you everyone for listening to this bachelor party / wedding Q&A with our future groom in less than a month. He's coming up. It's coming up. It's going to be a great rest of the summer. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Great job answering questions, having fun with it, being safe at the bachelor party. And we hope you all have a great week ahead. And please feel free to send us any questions more questions. I'm sure Lawson is happy to answer more questions about the wedding coming up, as everyone loves a good wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with anyone who may love a good wedding story, because they're in for a treat once the wedding recap comes out next month.
Be goody.
Thank you all again. Have a great rest of your week. Cody's not here to sign us out. See you later, boys.
See ya. That was
See you
fun.
guys.